subscribe, WWE highlights, and click on bell icon to receive latest WWE videos daily. Subscribe because it's free.
Sports give us highest entertainment and have a very high fan following. Wrestling is one of the most popular games across the world. WWE is the leading franchise with models, athletes, boxers and people from different fields. It is privately owned and publicly traded entertainment company which earns revenue of more than $500 million every year. List of the world's top 10 highest paid WWE superstars in 2017. Number 10, Randy Orton. Earnings, $1.9 million. Considering how long the Viper has been sitting near the top of the WWE, it's surprising to find the 13-time world champion at the bottom of this list. Number 9, Seth Rollins. Earnings, $2 million. The Kingslayer was out of action for large parts of 2016 and missed WrestleMania, which is the biggest payday of the year. So, while $2 million may seem low, it's skewed. Look for Seth to freaking jump up this list in a big way in 2017. Number 8, The Undertaker. Earnings, $2 million. Not a bad living for a guy who only had to work 2 matches and make a few appearances on Raw. But considering how many people watch WrestleMania just to see The Undertaker, $2 million feels like a steal for the WWE. Number 7, Shane McMahon. Earnings, $2.2 million. Speaking of only having to work 2 matches, here comes the money. $2.2 million seems a little high for Shane. Then again, he is also the on-screen commissioner of SmackDown, which is a fairly prominent position. Believe it or not, Shane is still a big draw, but he is definitely the lowest paid McMahon. Number 6, AJ Styles. Earnings, $2.4 million. I'm pleasantly surprised to see AJ Styles so high on this list. He's consistently been the best wrestler in the WWE since debuting at last year's Royal Rumble, but I would have guessed that Vince was able to get him in for a much lower price tag, considering he already had nearly 20 years on him. $2.4 million seems like a phenomenal start to AJ's career, as I would imagine that price will only go up in the years to come. Number 5, Dean Ambrose. Earnings, $2.7 million. The Lunatic Fringe was a world and intercontinental champion in 2016 and continues to be one of the most popular superstars on the roster. While some believe his character has gotten a little stale, the numbers likely say otherwise. Merchandise talks in the WWE, and Ambrose is still moving quite a lot of it. Number 4, Roman Reigns. Earnings, $3.5 million. I know that's what you're doing right now, so I figured I'd type a vote for you. If it makes you angry to see Roman so high on this list, just know it's probably the lowest on the list he'll ever be. His place on top of the roster is set. He is the new era's biggest star, whether you or anyone else disagrees with it. Vince has selected him, and Vince will keep pushing until we all tap out and come around on Roman. Number 3, Triple H. Earnings, $3.8 million. We found out that Triple H was making bank several weeks back when all of the McMahon family's salaries were revealed. As the head of talent and the face of the company and still one of the biggest in-ring draws in the game, one could possibly begrudge the game for sitting so high on this list. Number 2, John Cena. Earnings, $8 million. In 2015, John Cena was the highest paid WWE superstar at $9.5 million. For the first time in a while, Cena now slips down to number 2. He did miss WrestleMania in 2016 with an injury and took more time off to work on various film projects, so $8 million is nothing to sneeze at. Still, seeing Cena at number 2 on this list makes his comments late last year about part-timers getting paid more than him start to make sense. Which leads us to the highest paid WWE star of 2016. Number 1, Brock Lesnar. Earnings, $12 million. Lesnar's pay doubled to $12 million in 2016 after the Beast made more appearances than on the front end of the schedule and was involved in arguably the highest profile feud of the fall with returning WCW icon Goldberg. You could make the case that Lesnar also wrestled less time than any other superstar on the roster, but that is a part of his appeal. Did we accidentally miss any WWE superstars? Let us know in the comments below, and be sure to like and share this video. For more wrestling videos, subscribe to WWE Highlights on YouTube.